Good evening, everyone. Oh man, it is August 18th, Monday, August 18th, 2025. Man, DJ Trio back with another episode of Cujo for Life, the podcast, episode number 6. And man, we got a real special guest on tonight, man. We're gonna bring him on screen real soon. A Cujo alumni um, who actually has a gold ring. So, interesting, fun-filled show packed in for tonight, man. So, I'm just going to make sure we get this shared out on each of the platforms right now, man. Hope you guys are doing okay on this Monday, man. Hope y'all had a blessed day and everybody made it home safe, right? Hey, so we do have this live stream available on Facebook and it is available on YouTube. On Facebook, it is the Cujo page, Cujo football page on Facebook, and it's also Cujo for Life, the podcast page as well. I'm sharing those links on there right now. Let's try to get those views up. If you are tuning in as well, man, make sure to share it. Want to try to run these numbers up, man. We're doing pretty good. Over 200 subscribers on YouTube so far. So we are hitting some pretty good goals, and man, let's keep that momentum going. So without further ado, man, let's kick off tonight's show. So this week, man, just an announcement. This Wednesday we do have Meet the Lions at Tyler High Varsity Gymnasium. This Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Meet the Lions at the John Tyler or Tyler High Varsity Gymnasium, 6:30 p.m. Man, we are doing Meet the Lions inside this year. So definitely come out, man, and support your favorite freshman or JV varsity player, man. Meet the cheerleaders, the band, and the football coaches. And without further ado, man, I'm gonna go ahead and bring our guest on for tonight, man. 1994 state championship um, alumni, Mr. Nico Hernandez, man. So we're actually fixing to bring him on. Make sure you hit that like and share, subscribe button, man. Make sure you join the channel so you don't miss any notifications. Nico, what's going on, my
Cool. What's
brother?
what's going on? What's going on?
Oh man, nothing much, man. Real glad to have you on here tonight, man. I know, man, we talked recently, man, about just kind of putting this together, and I just felt like in order to get back to the tradition, man, we kind of got to go back a little bit, man, and let some of the past alumni, man, kind of share these stories and how y'all were able to have success, man. So I really do appreciate you joining us, man. I know a lot of the kids watch the show too, so I know you guys, the older alumni, man, is a big inspiration to the current Tyler High players.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here, man.
Okay, man, just to kick off everything, man. Man, just give us a little bit of background, man. We know that you are a state champion with the 1994 state championship team. But man, kind of give us a story leading up to that, and if you can kind of describe, from your eyes, what it was, the previous season, which I think maybe we missed the playoffs in '93. I want to say that was Wilson's second year, second or third year.
It was more than that, but yeah, you're correct. The year before, we did not make the playoffs, so I was
Hmm.
basically on the JV team the year before, but I would back up my brother. My brother was a starting kicker that year, so I would
Okay.
travel. I would travel, but I never played with the varsity just because my brother never got
Hmm.
hurt. But I was there just in case. But
Right.
yeah, so yes, we came from being knocked out of not even making the playoffs to going 16-0 the year
Hmm.
after. So yeah, it's kind of a big turnaround with the program that year.
Okay. And I know Coach Wilson was still kind of new to the area, but like you said, he had been there for a few years already. And at that time, going into '94, from missing the playoffs in '93, but going into the playoffs or going into that season in 1994, man, what was the expectations? Like, did y'all know y'all had a team? Like, was it a bunch of seniors or like how was it? Or was it a
Well,
good mix?
we knew we had the pieces for a great team, just
Hmm.
because we had some great athletes on the JV team and some speedsters that were going to be seniors and juniors that year. So we knew we had the pieces. We just had to put it all together. And we started off in the off season. Uh, Coach had a meeting with us in the field house, and he said, "This is the team that I've been waiting on." So
Hmm.
basically, the coaches knew the talent, but he told us in the meeting that this is the team we've been waiting on. So it was just up to us to buy in, to buy into
Hmm.
the program and give it 100%. And whatever they said to do, we did it. And hey, we ended up 16-0.
Okay. Everybody remembers Coach Wilson. Uh, Bright personality, hard nose. Probably even some say he was a very disciplined head coach. But name some of those other coaches that made up that coaching staff in 1994.
Let's see. We'll start with my dad. He was the kicking coach. Coach Laxton was the trainer. We had Coach Poole, which
Hmm.
he runs the stadium now.
Yeah, I remember Coach
We had
Poole.
we had Coach Bickham. We had Coach Wright with the
Hmm.
receivers. We had Coach McFarland, which is superintendent and one of the
Crowley, right?
DFW Crowley, I
Yeah,
believe.
Crowley.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
So yeah, he was fresh. One of our coaches then. We had Coach Giddens. We had Coach Quarles. We had Coach Clapp.
Hmm.
Uh, Coach Blurton. I might be missing a few, but I think
Yeah,
I got most of them.
the most notable guys for sure.
Right, right,
Yeah, all those names ring a bell because when I got to JT in '99, all those guys was still there. That staff was
right.
still
They
there.
probably
So
were still there. Yeah.
yeah, they were still there. Um, okay, so we're not gonna really go game by game, but man, 10-0 during the season. You run through non-district, and back then the old 12-5A. Some of these kids may not remember, man. We played Marshall in non-district, but you had Marshall, Longview, Nacogdoches, of course, John Tyler, and you had Robert E. Lee, and I want to say Lufkin.
Lufkin, yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I think I
our
want
our
not
our
16.
district was
Yeah,
pretty tough. District
it
was
was
real
tough.
tough.
It was real tough. But man, just kind of talk about playing against the Longviews, Lufkin. Even though Lee hadn't really got to that level they got to, I mean, it's still a rivalry game. But
Right.
just talk about the intensity, in the stadium. Just playing those guys. That in
Well, the the
1994.
the game against Longview was the game that decided the district championship, and they
Okay.
were they were the defending district championships from the year before. So
Okay.
it was a big game. We actually played them in Longview,
Hmm.
and I believe at the time we might have both been defeated at the time, if
Okay.
I'm not mistaken. But anyways, we beat them to clinch the district championship,
Hmm.
uh, which is at that time the rivalry was a lot bigger than it is now. Because I
Yeah.
think they moved up to 6A, and
6A.
we
Yeah.
play them here and there, but it's not like it was back in the day.
Yeah.
Lufkin was actually one of our toughest games that year. I
Hmm.
think we barely won like
Point.
31-30. Yeah,
Yeah.
point. It was
Hmm.
a ugly game. It was muddy,
Hmm.
so the weather was
Okay.
terrible. So it
Right.
was one of those games, and we came back, and I think Jesse Taylor scored a touchdown uh, to take the lead close to the end, and then I don't remember if we kicked the extra point and went for two. It's been so long, I
Hmm.
don't even remember. But I know the field was terrible. The field conditions were terrible. It was real rainy. muddy.
Okay.
But yeah, at
Uh,
that time to get out of district was an
hmm
accomplishment. Like our district was one of the toughest in the state.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and talking about those, shout out to my co-host Jeremy, man, for joining us. But man,
How y'all
talking about
doing?
that old,
How's it going?
yeah, pretty good, bro. Glad to have you on. Talk about that old district, man, where I want to say it was just three teams, or maybe even still
Three.
two at the time that went to. Yeah, it was three teams that went
I
to the
don't.
playoffs.
Yeah, it might have been two, but it might have been three. I'm thinking it was two teams though,
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken. But for sure it
Okay.
wasn't more than for sure it was not more than three.
Okay. Uh, so man, I can remember. I went to Matty Jones, man, which at the time was just right there by the fairground. At the old Matty
Right.
Jones. And man, I was in the fourth grade, man, and Friday nights, if it was a home game, my mom she used to take us, and man, we would walk up to the game, man, and we could hear the band playing from over at Matty Jones, man. Around 6:30, 7 o'clock before the game started. So I had never really been to the John Tyler games like that up until '94. We might have went to something before then, but man, I just remember seeing a packed crowd, man, and back then we used to play Lee on Saturday, like 2 o'clock,
Right.
man. So it's different now, but um, y'all advanced, to the district championship, and you going into that first round. Did y'all wear Cujo jerseys in the first round, or did that come later?
Actually, fun fact: that year we were the first team ever to wear the Cujo jerseys, and
Okay,
we won in the first game of district that year.
wow.
So
Mm.
the the jerseys were actually purchased the year before. So
Mm,
the last game the year before we had to win to make it to district.
mm-hmm.
So if we won, we made it to playoffs. If we lost, we stayed home. So
Right.
coach said, I got a surprise for y'all, which was the Cujo jersey, but nobody knew about it.
Yeah.
I knew about it because my dad was a coach, but a lot of people didn't know about it. But
Okay.
the year after, when we went 10-0 in district, then that's when we were the first ones to bring out the Cujo jerseys.
Man, I didn't know that, man.
Yeah,
That's an interesting fact right there.
Yeah,
yeah.
I
So
didn't
so
know
if they
that.
would have made the playoffs the year before, they would have been the first
Yeah,
ones to wear the
would have
Cujo
saw him
jersey.
then.
Right.
Okay. Wow. Man, you just kind of named some stuff, like stuff that we may not know. What's something we may not know that you can share with us from, going from '93 to '94, or just something in particular about the 1994 season that us as fans just may not know?
Uh, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm trying to think as far as stuff that y'all might not know. Uh, yeah, I can't think of anything off the top of
Yeah, I
my
mean the
head.
story been told so many times, but uh, yeah. So I think we probably might know everything, because it became like the focus, in East Texas as far as football in East Texas, man. It was that next level. Every week we would win, advance to the next level, man. JT was pretty much the focus in East Texas. Jeremy, I'll hand it over to you, man. If you got a couple of questions.
Yeah, man. So, one of the questions I got is, man, what do you think? How do you think we can go about getting the community a lot more involved this season, man, just to get behind these kids? Because I really think, man, they really got a chance to make a run this year. So, if you had something to say to the community right now, what would you be able to say to them?
I would just say, these guys need our support. We can't expect them to go out there and give their all and compete and win if we're not behind them
Hmm.
100%. They got to hear us in the stands, on the sideline. They got to see us. Ex players got to come back, visit with these guys. Like you said, give them stories, let them know what we went through, all the luxuries that they have that we didn't have, that they're
Hmm.
not taking advantage of. Uh, we had one uniform, one helmet. they got about three different helmets, six,
Hey,
seven
they don't
different
know about that
uniforms.
old
Like,
field house, man.
Oh no.
yeah, they don't know about the old field house. I don't
Yeah.
no AC in that old field house. I don't think.
Mhm.
Or if we did have it, they didn't turn it on.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
we, of course, all the ex players know about that bottom field.
The
in
pit.
preseason.
Yeah.
The
Mm.
pit.
Uh-huh.
Everybody knows about that pit and how hot it gets down there.
Yeah.
Uh, we didn't have the AstroTurf. We were down
Hmm.
there practicing on sticker bugs
Yeah.
or whatever. In the heat, drinking water out of a PVC pipe with holes in
Man.
it
Yeah.
that was running out the water hose.
Wow.
So yeah, these guys
Okay.
are drinking bottled water out
Oh
the
yeah.
ice chest
We
and
got
everything. So
Gatorade.
uh, they don't really understand how good they have it, and they need to take advantage of all this stuff.
Yeah, I think that's just the biggest thing, man. This year is just, I think everybody just needs to have a presence at the game, man.
Right.
Just making sure we just, and also once you in it, once you're there at the game, man, just making sure you loud, man. Making sure the kids can hear you, man. We don't need to all just be sitting there in the stands, man. We got to support. Not only at home, man, just also on the road too, man. If you're able, of course, but definitely, man, we got to have the presence on the road too, man, because we're gonna have a lot of important games that's gonna be on the road this season, and the kids need to be able to see the fans there at the road games too.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is, I think we've always traveled pretty good as far
Hmm.
as fans. We've
Yeah.
always traveled good out of town. So sometimes the out of town games get as many as the home games.
Oh yeah, I've
Especially
seen
back
that before.
especially back then, there was a lot of times we would go to games out of town, and we would have more fans than the home team.
Yeah. Okay.
Um. So, man, we've had different generations of Cujo. The '90s had a awesome run, which I think between '94 and '95, man, y'all went on like a 26, maybe 27 game win streak.
Yeah, 27
Uh,
games.
Yeah, and that's just pure dominance, man. Also, not to mention, we're gonna go back to '94, man, but I also earned the Showstopper of the Year ESPY award for that
Oh
Plano East
yeah.
game. We're gonna talk about
Right.
that here in just a second too. But you got different generations of Cujo, man, where '99, 2000, 2000 did advance to the state championship against Katy, but
Hmm.
I want to say we lost 35-21. But man, you had another great run of athletes then, and then you bring in the next generation with Jeremy Toker Johnson, who we had on
Right.
last week.
Right.
Then you eventually get to Greg. These are all guys that put on those Cujo jerseys, man. And at one point, man, I can say from what I remember, even from the '90s, man, you really didn't, you didn't want to play John Tyler, man, in most situations because we had the talent, we had the depth, we had the coaching, and some kind of way we were gonna go out there and get a dub, man. And I can see with the talent that we have now, that we can definitely
Hmm.
get back to that you know, that place. Maybe not fear, but just respect it, man. As far as the program. And I
Right.
think that's what it's about, getting some stability back to the program.
Yeah, I think the boys have been doing good. They showed a lot of promise last year. They were close in a lot of the games that they lost, but they
Yeah.
never gave up. Like the fight was there. So I think
Yeah.
this year with a couple of pieces that were added and a little more experience with the guys that came back, I think we'll be able to at least make it to the playoffs. And you never know what happens in the playoffs.
Okay. Man, we're gonna read a couple of comments, man. I see Jared Beal, man. I think, is that one of your teammates?
Yeah, that's my classmate, Jared Bill,
Okay.
Okay.
number 80.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man. Shout out to him, man. He said that y'all really didn't expect to win state. Said y'all just wanted to play in Texas Stadium. So I guess that's from his eyes. And then he said, tell him about how we would be hyped in the locker room before the game. So, man, was it really just like, what was the atmosphere in the locker room before y'all came out, man? That because y'all winning, y'all rolling now, man. 10-0 in the first 10 games. Like, what was that going through like in the playoffs, man? Coming out, what was the energy like, man?
Well, of course we're going to the playoffs with a lot of energy, but still
Mm-hmm.
it's the playoffs. So you don't know how good the other teams from other districts that you're going to be playing is. So you're still kind of like, well, how good are we? We're 10-0 right now, but how good are we really? So you know,
Mm-hmm.
after the first 2-3 games in playoffs, that's when we were like, matter of fact, after the Play No East game, that's when we were kind of like, you know what, we actually got a chance to win this whole thing.
Right.
Before we were just, game by game, like we were just thinking about the game in front of us. We weren't thinking about state at the very beginning. We
Yeah.
just wanted to win, the game, the next game. But after that Plano East game, I think it was kind of a reality check to everybody.
Uh huh.
Like if we focus, we can win this whole thing.
Okay. And he also said that the Plano East game wasn't really the game that y'all were excited about. What was it? He said, remembering Dallas at Kimball, we were so impressed uh with the spikes on
Yeah,
their cleats. So
we played Kimball in preseason, and
okay,
at Sprague Stadium, and that turf was terrible. That was the old turf, like carpet.
yeah,
We were almost playing on cement, pretty much. But yeah, them
man,
boys came out there clean, spattered up. You know, Coach
yeah,
Wilson didn't play none of that spat, none of that tape on your shoes. Coach Wilson didn't play none of
okay,
that.
okay,
So we were just like in awe. They came out doing all these chants and everything.
yeah,
Uh, and we ended up beating them by 1 point. I think
hmm
Mark Broad scored a 2-point conversion
hmm
uh, to win that game, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Kimball was a team we had heard about, and the way their appearance when they came out, yeah, it was crunk because they had us waiting in their gym, so we could hear them in their field house getting dressed, and they were just crunk loud, beating on the walls. So yeah, we were kind of crunk and ready for that game.
Man, I'm telling you, man, just media aside, just to be a fly on the wall, man, just to see
That'd have been
that, man,
amazing.
because yeah, you got a group of kids, at the time from North Tyler, something that hadn't been done since the '70s,
Right.
since Earl in his class accomplished that, and for y'all to be the first ones to accomplish that since then, and I think we just celebrated 20 years last year, man. So actually we celebrated 30 years.
20, 30,
Uh, yeah, man,
30 years.
30
Mm,
years, man,
it's been a long
30
Man,
time,
I'm
years.
getting
man.
old. I'm getting old.
Okay. Man, talk about some of the leaders on the team. Man, we know some of the stars, that we know by name, but any guys that you would say, put in a lot of work that maybe just went under the radar.
Well, I know on defense, you got to call out Marcus Kane. That guy right
Okay.
there. I mean, he had our defense ready. He's one of the most emotional guys I've seen in a
hmm
game. In a game, and he brings all the emotions into you and get everybody around him hype and focus. But yeah, Marcus Kane was one of the main guys on defense to
hmm
me that really
You
held
know
them
what
together.
position he played or remember?
Linebacker, linebacker.
Linebacker. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And then of course you have Mark Broyles,
Yeah.
which he played on the defensive line and
hmm
fullback, running back,
Fullback. Yeah.
and which he also was a soccer player, so he played soccer with me also.
Okay.
Real good soccer player, actually. And then
hmm
of course Morris Anderson, the quarterback.
hmm
We had a lot of guys. Michael Price.
Yeah.
We had so many running backs that year.
Man.
It was crazy. So like one week it might be Michael Price scored 2 or 3 touchdowns. Next week
Uh-huh.
Jesse Taylor. The next week Mark Broyles. Then you got
Okay.
Brandon Dillard and other
Okay.
guys. We had other guys too that were running 4-4, 4-5s. We probably had 8 backs in rotation. So nobody
Wow.
ever got tired in the backfield.
Yeah. Damn, man. So eight running
Golly.
backs, man. You could really wear a defense down, and so did. I mean, I don't really know the formation. I know it's something of a power formation, but man, what was the goal? Just to keep the ball from the other team, just kind of kill that clock, keep,
Well,
what was
Coach
that like?
Wilson Coach Wilson would say he said it wasn't that we couldn't throw the ball. We
Okay,
just only threw the ball when we needed to. So we ran the
okay,
balls to control the game. We controlled the game to control the clock. So I mean, if they can't stop the run, why change it?
yeah, for sure.
For
But
sure.
there were times where we had to have a big yardage where coach was, okay, we're going to run this. So we could throw the ball. We just never really had to.
Yeah, okay. Jerry Bill said power T offense, and Jesus vibe. He said every running back was as good as the next, but Michael Price took the cake. So, and that's kind of who I remember, Michael Price, at that age.
Yeah, yeah. Price was real fast at that time. Yeah, he ended up running an Olympic trial. So that's track speed. So he was
Oh
super
yeah.
fast. Yeah, super fast.
Okay,
So you got
that's
Mark
okay.
Broyles just one for a cutback, pounding you, and then you
Yeah,
throw Michael Price in there, scat. sweep to the right or left, and he
Yeah.
gone.
Man,
Nah,
I know this is a long shot, man. I would love to line up in that formation just one time, man. What
just
is it? The
try it.
Cowboys do that the victory formation.
Yeah,
Uh, you
yeah, the
know,
victory formation. Yeah,
yeah, man. I would love to see that. Just one time, man. Just in the honor of Coach Wilson and the original Cujo, man. That would be something to see, man.
right, right.
Um, man, I know you worked with Coach Coleman this year, man, and I actually was able to come out and participate when the guys did 7-on-7 this year. Speeded up back to the current kids. But man, the role that you play now in the community, as far as trying to make sure the kids are able to, hit goals for fundraisers, because I know we were doing a car wash fundraiser so they could go to the 7-on-7 tournament in College
Right.
Station. But man, how important is it for you to do that? And is that something that you just say, hey man, I live this, we really didn't have this, y'all didn't have 7-on-7 back then, wasn't really a throwing team, but the
Mm.
luxury, like you said, that some of these guys have now, and being able to support them, here locally, man, what does that mean to you, being a former alumni?
Well, the way I look at it is, they're an extension of my family. You know what I'm saying? I went to John Tyler. I'm a John Tyler Lion Cujo. Of course, they changed the name to Tyler High, but they're still it's still us. You know what I'm saying? It's still us.
All right.
So I'm gonna do whatever I can to support them guys. And if I can help raise a few dollars or chunk them a
Yeah.
few dollars to help them get to the next level, that's fine. We didn't have the 7-on-7 back then. I don't even know if it was around back then, but we for sure didn't have it. But
I think late 90s, early 2000s, somewhere around
Yeah,
there.
it
yeah,
was like like early 2000s.
but it's definitely important to stay relevant and being able to compete with these other schools. So if they
Yeah.
need help, the community needs to get behind them and help.
Right. Yeah, and that's really what this podcast is for, man. Just to try to, we can't rely on KLTV or the news stations, man, to always bring awareness about what's going on in the community, and that's really why we started this, man, was to bring updates, news, things that are going on in the community. I know we got the pantry drive. I think I saw that on your page just a day or so ago. That we need
Yeah.
to get ready for that. We got Meet the Lions this Wednesday, and we also have a scrimmage. We do scrimmage tarot this week, Thursday evening at 6 o'clock, man. So we're really just trying to come together, and we know that we can't do it alone. So that's why I reach out to you, people like Jeremy Johnson, who was on last week. And we try to get those different generations of Cujo. But man, I knew in order to try to get this thing going, man, we got to go back to the OGs, man, and just let these kids. I mean, these kids weren't even thought of at that time, man. Most of these
Right.
kids weren't born in '07, '08, '09, somewhere around that time, man. So, and I do appreciate you jumping on here. Now, how did you end up at SMU? I did want to mention that before we jumped off of here.
Well, SMU is the school I wanted to go to all my life. It's a big
Mm-hmm.
soccer school, and
Mm-hmm.
most of y'all know I grew up playing soccer. That was my main sport. So I went to SMU on a full scholarship, and my
Okay.
brother was already there, which he was kicking on the football team. So my
Mm-hmm.
brother was actually there on football scholarship, and I was there on soccer scholarship. So we played
Okay.
2 years there, 2 years together at John Tyler and 2 years together at SMU.
Okay. And man, your dad was still there when I got there in '99. So, but he played a big part between the football and the soccer team. Man, you kind of want to elaborate on maybe what he was able to provide. Being in between both teams like that.
Yeah, well, the good thing with the kickers, he was able to just concentrate with us. So we kind of had our own practice away from the team, and then we practiced maybe I think Wednesdays with the team, with the
Mm-hmm.
line and the snappers and all that. But normally it would just be the kickers and punters and my dad. So it was really like one-on-one coaching, not like we're just sitting there waiting on the rest of the football team to do this all for
Mm-hmm.
2 hours, and then hey kickers, come on.
Yeah.
So we actually just were practicing one-on-one. So we got a lot of work in, and it was able to bring up the level of the kickers also, because the soccer program, I think since then, uh, the kickers have all been soccer players.
Yeah. That's what I've seen. Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm not
Mm-hmm.
mistaken, all the kickers have been soccer players.
Hmm. Okay. Uh, yeah, man. Shout out to Coach Hernandez. So is he fully retired now?
Yeah, he's finally retired. Like you said, he was there I think till 2002, and then
Hmm.
he started the soccer program at Texas College, and then from there he went to Wiley College and started the program there, and then
Okay.
at Jarvis College. So he started three college programs in East
Wow.
Texas and won two conference titles, one with Texas College and one with
Wow.
Wiley
Mm.
College.
Okay. Yeah. Salute Coach Hernandez, man.
Yeah,
Breaking barriers, man. That's what it's all about, man. Climbing walls that's never been climbed, and just breaking down those barriers.
right.
Man, anything you want to leave with the community or the kids or just a message, man, that maybe they can take with them for this season.
Well, for the kids, I just tell you, man, just give it your all. Like you never know when it's gonna be the last time you can put them cleats on.
Hmm.
Uh, and I can tell you that from experience. I was only able to play 2 years in college, not knowing that I was gonna have a car wreck. But
Right.
hey, the memories you want good memories, and you always want to tell yourself like, I made it as far as I could make it because I put in the
Yeah.
work. Now, if everybody's not going to go to the NFL, everybody knows that. But at least if you give it your all, you're learning the struggle of how to work hard and accomplish things, and you're getting better as a man, not just a player.
Hmm.
And these guys need to realize that it's about discipline and training yourself to be successful, not just to be a better football player.
Yeah. Man, I wholeheartedly agree because, like you just said, everybody won't play at the collegiate level. It's about preparing yourself for adulthood, something that you can
Right.
take, that's going to take you way further than sport, any sport can ever take you. And
For
man,
sure.
I can honestly say, with the kids around at the 7-on-7, man, they look up to you. I mean, we looked up to y'all. Even though
Hmm.
I wasn't quite there when you were there. I was there from '99 to '03. But man, I appreciate what you do in the community, man, and it's not nothing that you
The
have to
same
do, but
here. Same here.
yeah, we need those leaders to continue to help make a way for the younger generation for sure.
Right. Right.
Okay. Well, man, I'm glad you took some time to hop on with us, man, and hopefully we can revisit this, man. After district, man. Hopefully we be going into the
Yeah.
playoffs and get to bring out some
Right.
Cujo jerseys, man.
Right. Right.
Gotta get
Yeah,
those back out, man.
Well, I
yeah, for sure,
appreciate y'all
man.
having me out. I appreciate y'all
Yeah,
having me out, man, in time.
No doubt.
no thing, Nico, man. Take care of yourself, man.
All right. Appreciate it.
All right, yes, sir,
Yo.
man. Hey, that was an interview for ages right there, man.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
Somebody who lived it. I mean, you talking about Cujo. You can't bring up Cujo unless you go back to Coach Wilson and that '94 team. And for somebody that went through it 6-0 in the playoffs, state championship, the ring, the SP award, undefeated season. It don't get no better than that, man.
That's about as perfect as you can get, for sure.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, man, that's something for sure, man.
yeah.
And
We know
and
we had a
honestly,
chance in 2000. Just
hmm
came up a little short, man.
hey, that actually leads me into into this next topic, man. Hey, we saw the Facebook post and we talked about it, man, about the what high school team. I don't know. I saw you said something, but I just wanted you to put it out on the record on here, man. What's the best team, whether it was John Tyler, Tyler High, what's the best high school football team that you saw that this program has had that you didn't see win a championship? That was the best group.
To my knowledge, and man, some of the OGs, y'all can correct me if you want to, man. That '95 team should have won a state championship in my eyes. They were on a 27-0 streak, 16-0 the previous year, and had already reeled off another 11 in '95, and I believe I guess it was second or a third round loss, but I think 1995 definitely could have won the state championship, and I think they brought back a lot of talent. If not, they replaced a lot of guys. 2000, which I was actually at John Tyler at the time. I was a sophomore. we started out that season playing Katy. We went to Katy, and I never forget this, man. I was in the band, and you know, it was a lightning delay when we got to Katy, and I'm not gonna say that had any ramifications on how the game turned out, but we lost, and we ended up seeing Katy in the state championship uh, to end the year, and we didn't win, lost 35 to 21. So that team definitely could have won a state championship, but we did turn around and beat Katy at home in 2001. A lot of people don't know, man. The 2001 team was highly ranked, number one in the state, if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken, man. I can't really tell you much about what happened to that team internally. I just say it just didn't live up to the expectations. But a lot of the experts had that team going back to state, so I won't really put them in there because they didn't even make the playoffs. But speed up a little bit.
I think, you know
Just,
what? I'm gonna say one that I don't think a lot of people really think about, man. And the only reason why I'm bringing this one up is because I seen that team in person, man. It was when I was in school. I
mm,
know I would say the 2010 team
yeah,
is a team that I
yeah, I
feel
was gonna
like
go
should
there.
have won state. Only
Yeah,
reason why I say that, I think I know you're gonna a lot of people gonna talk about, 94, of course, well, 95 and 2000, 2001, or people if you want to go earlier, go to more of our time right now, a lot of people would say the 2012 team or the 14 or even the 18, which one that's probably the one that hurts the most.
hmm
But
yeah,
I think
18 being
that
the most recent.
uh, I think the 2010 team, man, I think that team had probably one of the best defenses that we have ever seen come through John Tyler. That I think their
Yeah,
entire secondary all went Division 1, if I'm not mistaken, the entire secondary.
yeah. You had a guy, Chris Hackett, who had he had double digit interceptions that year. I mean, he was a ball hawk, could play down close to the line of
Yeah.
scrimmage, and was a great tackler. You even had a young Greg Ward as a receiver that
Man,
year.
no, the entire receiving core was sophomores outside of one
Yeah,
person, I think. All your running backs were all sophomores and juniors, and then you had one of the best quarterbacks in Texas with
yeah.
David Bush, man.
David
Like
Bush, yeah,
you
younger
couldn't get
brother of
no
Antoine Bush.
I think even out of all the years, I know people will say too 2012, but the only thing I had against 2012, I didn't feel like they had a good enough defense to really pull it in, and that showed in the Dengar game.
2012, the offense was the defense.
Yeah.
And nothing against those guys. It's just the way that team was built.
Built, yeah.
Um, you
It was
know,
just it was offensive
yeah,
heavy.
they basically whatever side Tyus Bowser was on, they went to the opposite side.
Yeah.
And we all know what Tyus brought to the table. But yeah, that 2010 team, they
They
wasn't
were to me
nowhere near as
the
flashy as 11 or 12, but they played
but
good defense.
it was the to me, it was the most complete team of the
Oh, well balanced.
2010s. Of
Yeah,
the 2010s. That was
yeah,
the
well
most
balanced.
complete. You were good on both sides. It was no drop off on either side.
Yeah. Yeah, I support that for sure. 11 and 12, like you said, was just
I think
they took
11.
2011 and just blew it up in 2012 what it was in 11, man. I mean,
I think 11, they were actually ahead of schedule. That was a year ahead, man. I don't think nobody really, because you graduated so much from the 2010 team. I don't think you were expecting much to happen that year. And they kind of, I mean, they start, and it was almost becoming a real case because they started the season out 0-3. A lot of
they
people don't
did,
remember that. They
they
did
did.
not, they did not start off good at all. Like to
Lufkin, Lee, it's another team up there that they lost to. Yeah, it was 0
uh,
and 3.
yeah, and
I
then you
can't remember
rail
that other
off,
team.
what was it, 11 straight?
Yeah, but that just kind of goes back to the work ethic that Greg and people like Junebug, Fred Ross,
Yeah.
Lil Chuck, man, Flowers, Justice Liggins. I mean, they really. I would see them after practice, working on routes, and this was
Hmm.
11 and 12. Man, practice was over. They could have went home. They are still down there running routes. So I think it kind of goes to show the kind of work ethic that they had, and knowing that
And then
nothing would be.
translated.
Yeah, because they could have trended. and still could have kept losing games, but they did turn it around.
Yeah. Now I will say, I think a lot of us can agree with this one.
Hmm.
I probably think the most unexpected season, and I don't know if it was really unexpected because I would say the I'm talking when I'm speaking, I'm talking about the 2018 team. The only reason why it can be a little bit unexpected, and a lot of people thought that because of the season before, but you have to understand that they were in 6A. And even though I think they went 5-5 or 5-6 or something like that, the
Hmm.
teams that were in that made the playoffs in front of them were definitely worthy of making the playoffs. It wasn't because they were a bad team. That team, if you put them in anybody else's district, they would have made the playoffs for sure. And you just basically took that team and just put them over into 2018, similar to 2011 and 2012. It was just a carryover from the previous season. And that
Yeah.
team, when they dropped, that was our first year, and it was the perfect timing. We dropped back down to 5A. And then that
Hmm.
was all she wrote on that one, man. It just, of course, it didn't end the way we wanted to. It was probably the most hurtful one out of all the years.
Listen, man.
I
I was
still
there,
think
you
about it
were there,
sometimes, man. And it
and
still
the way that
hurts.
game ended, man. I mean, what can you say, man? We battled to the end. I feel like we had to overcome the referees and Highland Park. The video is there, man, and I'm just like,
I can't even once it gets to 35-14, I just turn it off, man. I can't even watch after that.
because
I can't
what's
even
about to
watch it.
happen.
I can't even watch. It's
You know
traumatizing,
what's
man.
about
I
to
can't
happen,
do
but
it.
you literally running the same offense basically, and they did make some adjustments, but you got to call that game consistent, man. And then the fact that we were kind of in their backyard, um,
It didn't make it no better, man. And
hey,
I just,
first time playing at the Star, I can appreciate it, but I would have rather had them boys out in Waco like we did in 2011.
man, and you know what it is, man. It's the aura of being at the Star, man. But that's how they suck you in.
Yeah, the
That's
Star
how
ain't
they
never
suck
did
you.
nothing for me. I would never. I'm not playing Highland Park there again.
I'll play somebody else. Yeah, I'll play
Yeah,
somebody else there.
I'm not playing Highland Park at the Star again.
Oh, never.
Um,
Honestly, I don't even understand why teams want to play them in Dallas in general. Like, I just feel respectfully,
because they
man.
probably
I
don't agree to
feel,
go on a road trip.
but I think normally don't they get the choice of a neutral home and home too?
Far as I know, but man, we talking about Highland Park. I don't know what it is about people that want to play them in the DFW area. Now, sometimes it is just a neutral. I would take if I'm DFW, I play them in Kincaid or one of the Mesquite ISD schools, possibly Forney, but I'm not playing anywhere close to like Lake Highlands or Frisco or the Star anywhere back there. I mean, you got to get them on a neutral field, man.
Bro, when we like look, if it's up to me, we going to Waco. We finna go way out there. We finna be in
2011,
Waco.
we had so the only time in recent history that we have beat them was 2011 in Waco with
You
a
gotta
rain
get
four.
them out of their element, man. They know
Mm-hmm.
it's like the Dallas vibe or something, man. I don't know. It's like something about just them being in the city. It just
Yeah,
helps them out. I don't know. I don't know what it is, man.
at home cooking, man.
Hey, hey, we know
At
what it
home
is,
cooking.
man.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
you know they be
Um,
getting them checks. Hey, them checks don't bounce.
nah, they cashing that in every year, man.
Hey,
Um, but I really think this team can be the first one since 2018. I'm not gonna say what the playoff expectations are. I do know we are expected to make the playoffs now. As far as how far we go or how deep we go, that's a whole different atmosphere. The intensity level changes because it's one and done. Every week
mm,
that you advance, man, is like the start of a new season, man. Can you win that first game? So I do think that this 2025 team can be the first team to reestablish the playoffs, and set that expectation in the community. And then, man, what that also does is sending a message down to the middle schools, Bolter, Moore, and man, who knows now? I don't work for TISD, so I want some of the kids from Three Lakes. If I can get a couple of kids from Hubbard, if going on a 2-3 round deep playoff run will entice some of these other kids to come over to the program, then I'm all about that because quiet as it's kept, kids ain't always lived on the south side that went to Lee. So and
hey,
vice versa.
hey,
So
dude,
and I
hey,
know I know I know
is
you
that
want to talk about some rezoning.
is that something we getting into? 'Cause you know I got time for
Uh
that one. You know, I got time for that one, and I
How
ain't
much
afraid to
time we
talk
got?
about it.
How much time we got? I tell you what, I think I'm gonna try to schedule another show this week. I know we got Meet the Lions Wednesday and we got the scrimmage on Saturday. What if we?
Hey, man,
Man, I know we got
listen,
time Friday. Maybe what's your schedule Friday?
it's Friday.
Or you can let me know out
Yeah,
there.
I should. If
Yeah,
not,
because
I'll let you know, man.
we gonna need more than a little bit to talk about how we getting messed out of our kids, man. And that's something I
Hey,
really want to put a lot of focus on and
that's
attention
a
on.
real thing, man. Look, it's not even. It's just sad, man. What's
It's
getting
a
done
mess.
to the school right now, man? Like it's really
It's a
sad,
mess.
man.
Yeah, and I'm gonna actually get permission from either Coach Woods, to man permission to talk about the numbers. Um, I don't really want to do that without
Oh yeah,
his
for sure. It,
blessing so far. So I'll speak to him probably tomorrow, Wednesday, man, and ask him if it's okay to speak about that because it's definitely something that needs to be brought up. And I'm not waiting on no TISD board meeting to bring it up.
they're not even gonna want to talk about it, man. You already know how they
Nah,
go.
I mean they got it how they want it.
I
Just
mean,
my honest opinion.
it's finally came. They whole plan is finally came into fruition, man.
Yeah,
That's just basically what it is, man.
yeah.
And people can like it. They can either don't like it. I don't care. But we one thing, man,
It's just facts,
we're not
man.
gonna tell you a lie, man. Like
Yeah, it's
and
you
the
know,
proof is there, man. Like anybody can look this up. We're not making this up. You can look
yeah.
this up and you can clearly see like
Well, it's
what
been
is going
brewing.
on.
Remember 2020? Coach Holmes had to cancel the freshman team that year. That's when it really, obviously that was COVID year, but to say that you don't have 30 to 40 freshmen to put on the field when you have a feeder school in Bolter and you get maybe a third of more, I just thought that was the beginning of it
No.
right there.
You know, and I know we talk about them. I know we talk about more, man, but I'm more upset about what they did to Stewart, man. That is literally by design, man. And anybody that tells you any differently, man, is a lot. They lying to you, man. You
Oh yeah.
can't physically put a map. If you go look at the map online, you can't sit there with a straight face and tell me that somebody that's living off of Highway 64 should be
Hmm.
going or Old Chandler
Right there by the
Highway
stadium. Yeah.
should be going and driving over there off of Broadway. It just that don't the math ain't mathing, man. It ain't mathing.
And it's also not helping them.
And
um,
I'm like, okay, so you got all these resources. You got three middle schools, and
mhm.
y'all still can't. You can't win more than what 3, 4 games a season. You got everything at your disposal. That just tells you, man. That's karma, man. You can't do people wrong like that, man, and then think you just gonna get away with it.
Yeah, it's a greed thing, and I've always felt like my personal opinion that they've always wanted legacy or lead, whatever you want to call them, to be the premier school in Tyler, and I think we've done quite well despite what they have done to us as far as a number standpoint.
And
I mean, if
yeah,
we're talking about right now, I won't disclose the actual number. You have 4A numbers right now,
yeah, that tells you if that
possibly
tells you
3A.
anything.
Yeah, possibly 3A.
For a 5A, it's teams that's on 4A and 3As that have more people on their roster than we do.
Hmm.
That's a problem,
That's
man.
facts. Yeah, that's facts. Um, so yeah, like I said, man, I want to talk to Coach Woods and just, I don't want to add any distractions, that he may not be ready to tackle right now. So, but I mean, it will be brought up at some point before the season starts, in the middle, or sometime after, or it could be all three,
Yeah,
just to kind of get people hip to what's going on.
and I think that's what it is too, man. A lot of people really just don't understand what they have done. Like
Yeah,
they might know about it, but they don't really know in detail what really TISD is doing to that side of town,
yeah,
man. It's just not cool, man. And that's where it starts. It's gonna have to get to a point. It's getting to a point now. I feel like Tristan with especially with the things that we know that they don't know yet where it's like, man, somebody's got to come out and just start talking about it, man, and start actually going in front of these people and saying something, man, and like getting to the point where this stuff can be known. I don't
yeah.
think it's really known as much as it should be, and something's got to be said, man.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. So whatever we can do from, I mean, yeah, our hands may be tied, but it's the voice and the effort to
Yeah.
speak out that
That's the
matters,
thing,
man.
man. It's like
Regardless.
we're only one person, man. We gotta have this is where the actual community. That's something that if anything you can get involved in, that's something you need to be advocating for your kids at your school, man.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, man, I know we will look to that down the road, and then also let me see. So I know, like I said, we'll meet offline about if we can get another show in this week. But just a couple of reminders, man, before we do jump off. This Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. We do have Meet the Lions in the Tyler High Varsity Gymnasium. And let me just look that up real quick, man. We got some things going on during the Meet the Lions, and I just want to make sure I cover all of this. So yeah, man, 6:30 p.m. Varsity Gymnasium, August the 20th. That is this Wednesday. It is $3 entry. You might want to bring cash. I'm not real sure about what form of payment that they will accept. We will have some raffles. Shout out to so I know we got some parking passes that they're trying to get rid of as well. If you guys are interested in that, man, you can shout out to Marcy. Man, I was talking to her earlier. I think they got about six more parking passes that they're trying to get rid of, man. So if you want a parking pass for the home games this year, man, inbox me and I'll get the information to Marcy or Kadarius's mom as well, man. She was there. And we are taking donations for the Tyler High Parent Club. It's not a booster club, Tyler High Parent Club or just football club. I'm gonna get the exact name of the organization, but that's where you can make donations to so the kids can have meals every time they not just home games or away games. It's every Friday we have a game, man. They have to feed the kids. So I will be bringing information for that as well on the next live, so you can donate to that. But yeah, man, come on out. We'll meet the football team, the cheerleaders, drill team, the band, the entire coaching staff, and the line guard. That is this Wednesday at the varsity gym at 6:30 p.m. There is a $3 entry fee, man. Come on out and meet the Lions. Got anything else,
Hey,
bro?
man. Man, it's just it's we finally made it,
We
man.
getting close. We getting close.
It's hey, it's something. Hey, that's
Yeah,
all I
yeah,
gotta
it's a
say.
lot to
It's
me.
something. It's something,
Yeah,
you know?
it is.
And
Yeah.
I'm
Go
just
ahead.
really happy to see the kids perform, man, this year, man. I can't wait
Yeah,
until Thursday. Like that's just
I've
gonna
been at
be
practice,
just to be able
man.
to see it.
Yeah, I've been at practice. I was there today. A very competitive practice today, and I'll tell you, I'll give you some insight on how these practices go. Sometime without giving a whole lot of information. Some days the defense wins, in my eyes, and sometimes the offense wins. So it's a very competitive nature that Coach Woods has established on both sides of the ball, and I have been seeing that defense fly around, that defensive line. You got a guy named Drake Quincy at linebacker and Bennett at linebacker. Man, you got kids like Caleb, um, Ford, Caraway. Man, these guys are really flying around in the secondary, and they challenge people like Chris Moore and McCavian Potts and Davion Searles. Man, they're challenging the Trey Harrisons. Man, it's like they don't back down. So they have their days, and that's kind of what I like to see. And instead of it being kind of lopsided.
And that's what you need too, man. And it also shows that just everybody's engaged, man, and everybody's actively trying to win the day, man. You know,
Yeah,
that's one of the old Oregon Ducks, man. That's one of the old things, man. Win the day,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it still proves true today, man. Just always winning the day, man. Every day
for
you can
sure,
start out fresh. Every day's a new day,
absolutely,
man.
absolutely. So yeah, man. So we will try to come back Friday with coverage from the Terrell scrimmage, which is this Thursday. I want to say 6 p.m. Should be kickoff, and the varsity should start somewhere between 7 and 7:15. That is here at Rose Stadium this Thursday. We will scrimmage the Terrell Tigers, and this is a preview to the Marshall game. So if you want to get a good idea of how we may, go up against Marshall, you can come out and see a scrimmage Terrell this Thursday.
And I'm pumped. I'm ready to see it. Hey, I wonder,
Yeah.
do you think they're gonna live stream the scrimmage?
I can check with Reese, man. I got his number, and I'll ask him. I'll get that
That'd
information
be
for
helpful,
everybody that can't
man.
make it. Yeah, for sure. Got a lot of out of town Cujo fans, so that would be
Oh
good for
yeah,
them too.
man. They need to hook that up, man. We don't need no commentary, man. I just need somebody moving the camera. That's all.
Yeah, for sure, man. All right, man. I think that's it for me, man. If you good, man, we'll try to come back later this week. If not Monday,
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I'm just ready. Like I said, man, I'm just ready to see some football, man. So yeah, that's
for
it for
sure.
me.
Yeah, this stream will be available on YouTube, man. It is live right now, but this episode will be up immediately when we're done, man. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube page, subscribe and like and share the Cujo for Life podcast page as well as the OG Cujo page that was already on Facebook, man. So if you can join all those and just like them, man, you won't miss anything because I'm bringing information, other people are bringing information, and we're just gonna bring you all right here in one big happy place, man, where we can meet every week,
Mm.
talk about some Cujo football, man.
All right, well,
All right, man. DJ Trill, co-host Jeremy Meredith, aka J Dog, man. We signing out, man.
all right.
Yeah.